Hi everyone, it's Shannon from StampendouslyShannon. I'm just coming to you today to do a super fun planner page from our Stampin' Up! Planner. So this planner, I don't think it's available any longer, but if you have it, or if you have another planner, this is something that you could definitely do. So the only thing that I did already was I cut this to 5.5 by 8.5 because that's the sizes of the paper in the Stampin' Up! Planner. So I'm going to pair, this is a retired paper now. It was part of the January through the July through December mini catalog, the holiday mini catalog. And it was part of the, I think it's called Splendid, maybe Splendid Day or Splendid Thought Suite. So it's really cute. It's got embossing on the side here. And it may still be available in the clearance section, I'm not really sure. And then it's got these beautiful like falling leaves on the one side. So I'm going to pair this with Calypso Coral and Soft Seafoam, and we are going to make this say Goals 2023. So now I don't really subscribe to doing the, like a true New Year's resolution, but I make monthly goals for myself all the time, and so I'm also making yearly goals, and this is not necessarily, to me it's not the same as New Year's resolutions, but I thought that this is an appropriate time to do it because I do know that some people do make New Year's resolutions, and there is nothing wrong with that at all. I think it is never too late to try to better yourself. You don't have to wait for any time to do that, but the start of a new year is a great time as well. So I'm just going to spell out goals. These are the new Stampin' Up! Playful Alphabet a la mode. That used to be called Playful Alphabet, if you remember that. And those are the dies that I use a lot on my videos for the letters were Playful Alphabet. So these are new to the mini catalog. They are very, very cute. I like them. They kind of look to me like the Rae Dunn long letter. Ooh, that's going to be too big. Okay, let's cut that real quick. So it looks to me like the Rae Dunn long letter, which is fun, and I would never have thought to try to like write this or anything like that. I'm not, I wish I had more gifts in the handwriting department, but I think these are going to be fantastically useful over the next little bit. And I've already seen a few cards just spelling out the words hello, or other things similar to that. Hi, hello. I think I saw one that said love for like Valentine's Day. So there's infinite use for letters, and I think that letters and circles are probably the die sets that I use the absolute most. So let's see what this is my first time using these, so this will be a surprise for me too. Oh, those are so cute. Okay, so let's get these guys rolling. And I'm just using mostly scraps today, so I went through my scrap bin. And that's kind of it's not really a goal, but I'm not going to write it down, but it is something that I would like to start doing. It's making sure I'm using more scraps up. I'm just going to throw them on there and we'll organize them later. And there we go. So now if I was really planning ahead, I would have used a sticker sheet underneath them. One of the Stampin' Up! Adhesive sheets. For the letters specifically, it's just really helpful because they are so skinny. So since we didn't do that today, I'm just going to use just a teensy bit of Tombow. So let me grab that real quick because I didn't think ahead. There we go. All right. And then, and you know what else I'm going to use? I'm going to use I have Stampin' Up! Sells these little silicone sheets, and they are fantastic. I use them actually for a lot of different purposes. You can see I have like some reverse stamped images on there and things. So you can use them for reverse stamping. You can use them for, obviously for this. I use them a lot when my stamp and seal, like if I was going to use stamp and seal on these little guys, I might use them for this because, well, I cannot get this guy open. So maybe we will just use the stamp and seal. Perfect. I have another bottle over there, and I should probably grab that, but that's okay. We'll do it in a little bit. So this is my Stampin' Seal. And this is what I mean by these are great for this, because you can see that the area of this is so much larger than the area of this letter. But if you run it across it, the mat just picks up, like there's nothing sticky there any longer. And you can get just the tape where you want it. You don't have to worry about getting it on your table and then having it be super sticky. And these are, you know, just kind of fiddly letters, so they don't really need to be like super glued down. It's not like we're going to be we're not going to be running it through the ringer or anything like that. It's going to be in a planner, and it's really more for like a reference than a, sometimes it is hard to do them on these little tiny letters. Oh, there we go. All right. And we're going to do the A now. This is my first time using these letters, so after my first time using these letters, I would recommend using the sticker sheets because they are much, I think they're really even skinnier than the Playful Alphabet. So if you've used the Playful Alphabet before, you know how skinny those are. These are very, very, very thin, and I think not impossible, obviously, because I'm doing it, but it'll make your life a lot better if you remember the sticker sheet. And it may be even something that I may even put like a little note on my packaging that says, remember your sticker sheet, so I don't, at least until I get in the habit of it, so I don't have to do this every single time. But I like goals pages, and I do some goals in my planners. And last year, when the Stampin' Up! Planner came out, I had already started my yearly planner in a different planner. So I feel like I didn't really use my Stampin' Up! Planner as much last year. But this year, rather than buying a new planner, I'm going to use my Stampin' Up! Planner. And that's my goal, one of my goals, while we're talking about it, while it's on the topic. So I was excited to make this first page to kind of kick it off. And I do use my planner all the time for many, many different things. And you can see I probably have, I definitely have some other videos on my page. So let's see. Now I'm going to do 2023 because these are, for me, these are going to be goals for the whole year. And we do only have one number 2. So they did very fortunately include some of our letters, most used letters and most used, I guess it's probably just letters twice. So they included like 2 S's, I think 2 I's, 2 A's, 2 L's. They included 2 L's. So those are fantastic, right? Because then when you're trying to do hello, you only have to put in all the letters once versus putting the L in and then backing it up and doing it again. For the numbers, I can totally understand why they wouldn't have done multiples, because why would you have done multiples? But in this case, oh, you know what? Let's move him over here so we can conserve a little bit of paper here. And same thing, I should have done a sticker sheet. See, I'm going to have to put a note in my book here. It really will just make things so much simpler than trying to finagle the pieces here. There we go. Stuck to it. I need to get some new plates. That's on my to buy list for 2023 is a new set of plates. Because my plates are pretty old and they're starting to warp, and they work still. They're totally functional. But nice new plates are definitely on my horizon, I think. They will inevitably get, you know, covered in, you know, the die cut marks, and they'll be textured and whatnot. I have seen people where they only use one of them to put the dies on, and that is a great idea. So that might be something that I try on my next set, but too late now. And so we'll do 2023 kind of in the center here. And like I said, I don't really have like resolutions, and my goals are, I don't want to say like, oh, they're simple, but they're straightforward. They're things that I would like to do, things that I would like to work on. They're not so much in the realm of, standard resolutions or standard goals. They're more like, I want to read a book once a month or something, and so a total of 12 books a year, because I do read, but I do so more inconsistently than I read a lot for my full-time job, and I read a lot for other things, school and whatnot. So the idea of reading for fun sometimes is not as drawing to me. So I would like to try to start reading. All right, and the same here with the 2023. I will say one thing with the letters is I really find it easier to have a magnet board on those. So if you'd prefer not to put your letters on like magnets or anything like that, this may be an exception. I find that it's a lot easier to pull them off of because there's just so many dies versus just, trying to find the one or two. You got to find literally a whole word worth of letters for the most part. So that's super cute. I love that. You can see it, the O and the C kind of popped up there. So we may have to put a little more glue on that later, but that's okay. And then our last step, of course, is I need something to write on. So I could just write directly onto here. This is like light enough paper. That's one of the reasons that I did it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do more of those postage stamps. I really liked those when I did my Christmas video. So I'm going to try that again. I think the only thing I would say about the postage stamp is I wish that it was maybe a little bit longer. But again, I don't have crazy numbers of goals. My goals are a little bit more simplistic than maybe necessary. So we're just going to do a whole bunch of these here. I think, let me see. So I have like 10. So, which we know 9 will fit from the video from Christmas time. I will say that if you don't have these dies and you don't have the Playful Alphabet, the Alpha Best bundle is another bundle that I've used in another video, and it is also fantastic. So it has the little punch with, it's like a little trapezoid kind of punch, and you can stamp your letters onto it. And I think that is, it looks so darling. And I bought that set originally for, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so I need like 2 more, maybe. May have to double up here. I don't know if 9 are going to fit or not, but we're going to cut them out and we'll see. And I don't know if I need a box for all of them anyway, but we're going to come to that when it comes to it. And then we're simply just going to kind of layer them on here. And I think it'll be really cute just to do it side by side. And then for this, we're going to use more of the Stampin' Seal. You can see how like grossly sticky mine is. I need to put it in the Dawn dish bath. But the Alpha Best bundle, I bought it for for scrapbooking actually, and I ended up using it for cards and placemats or place cards. And regular cards in general. And then I used it for scrapbooking too, and I used it to make some planner pages. So ordinarily I would say that alphabet stamp sets are not usually what I would recommend for people, like unless you have like a very specific reason for it or something. They're not typically the easiest to use. But that set is the exception, I think. That set is fantastic, and I really do love it, and sometimes I actually forget about it, and I need to, another one of those things that I need to remember is to use that one more. Okay, so we're going to leave some extra room here, because I think these falling leaves behind it are really pretty. So maybe we can only get 6 on here, and that's okay, because I probably only have 6 that I really need to write down because I'm keeping track of another one. I have a whole like journal planner for the other ones, actually. So this will be the perfect amount, I think, if we can get 6. Yes. And 6 is also, I think, a reasonable amount of goals. You don't want to do too many, otherwise I feel like you might stretch yourself too thin, and then, but, all right, and then our last one here. See, this is the benefit of using the silicone mat, which I stopped using for some reason. The silicone mat usually doesn't make that stuff, usually won't stick to the table at least. All right, so there's that. So now we have a goals sheet, so we're pretty much done. The one thing that I thought might be kind of fun that I have not done yet is, this is a new stamp set called Greatest Journey. And they have this stamp in here that says, "This is the start of something great." And I thought that's very motivational. And if we can get it to fit on this page, I think it would be super cute to have it. And I think we can get it to fit right there, maybe. And I think if we do it in, let's see, let's choose the soft seafoam. It may not show up very well, but you know what? Let's see. Calypso Coral Soft Seafoam. I'm trying to figure out what color this one is. I don't think I have the paper right on hand. Let me see. Okay, I paused, left, and went to look it up. And how could I not realize that it was Pool Party? My most favorite color. Of all the colors that Stampin' Up! Has, Pool Party is probably the one that I, number 1, use the most, and number 2, that I enjoy using the most. Like, it's my favorite thing to visually look at. And, oh, hopefully I didn't smear it. Let's see. No, okay, cute. So that's what that looks like. Okay, cool. So I love that. And I think that's really the gist of our page. So super simple here. And I do need to probably tack these down a little bit more. I'm going to get some Tombow. Oh, you can see the cat hair in there. Oh, no. We'll get that out later. And let's see. I wanted to do, let's write some things in it. I'm just going to use, I have got to decide what color I want to use for my words. I think it needs to be like a lighter blue. So I have this blue. That's kind of too blue though. Let's see. It's like a regular pen. I have a Pool Party marker, but you know what? I have a Calypso Coral marker, and I think that's the way to go. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. All right. So Stampin' Write markers have a brush tip and a bullet tip. I'm going to use the bullet tip. And so one of my goals is to read at least one book a month. And I would like to try one new recipe. And then what you can do too, an idea, if you wanted this to be like more of an interactive board, something that you can kind of not only refer back to, but also track. you could also just make some boxes, right? So we could just make 12 boxes, and we could even put the first letter of the month above each one of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we can do January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And then when you're done, you can check it off. And I think that's like a really great thing. So I think that's what I'll do for all of these, maybe. Especially the ones that are just like try one per month. And I think what I'm going to start with this time is actually doing the letters first, maybe. Maybe that'll be a mistake. We'll see. Oh no, okay, I think that was actually a little bit easier to space. Okay, and then same thing, July, August, September, October, November, December, and we'll do little boxes for all of those. And that is how I plan on using my page. So this will sit in my planner. I went ahead and already swapped out all of the pages, with the exception of, so the calendar has 2022 on one side and 2023 on the other. And then I went ahead and swapped out all of my pages. So this is like a full January spread for 2023. I have not done anything in it yet. Obviously yesterday was the holiday. Today is the holiday observed kind of thing. So I haven't done anything in this, but I do think that the goals page would fit either really nicely tucked into January, or I think even better, probably tucked on the outside of January, right? So it's the first thing that I see when I open my month or my planner. So that is our goals page. So we've got goals 2023, and I just need to fill out the rest of these little boxes here, and we'll be all set to start tracking all of the cool things that I'm planning on doing in 2023. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you'll stick around, and I'll see you next time.